Hello, world.
Hello.
And we are back. This is the Healing Chefs podcast. I am Ryan, a.k.a. Crownson. Co-host is Hollywood Betty.
Hello.
Hello. And this is, again, this is the Healing Chefs podcast. And chef comes from the word chief meaning leader. And everybody that we have on here, we believe are leaders in their own way or job or stuff like that. And today's chef is Star Grows Fire, PharmaStop, all sorts of things, pill stoppers. Ladies and gentlemen, Star.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, dope that you came. And she just dabbed us out because, of course, my stoner self didn't have the Puffco fully charged.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Super dope. It was Dark Rainbow 2.0 that she grew. So far, I'm trying to think. It's the dab is setting in as we're talking. But before but before we get into the segments, if you could tell everybody like who you are, what you do, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. So I am Star Dabs. I go by Star Grows Fire, and I run PharmaStop. I am the COO, so I am the chief of operations. I do everything for PharmaStop. I make all of the products are handmade. So the balm that you'll see is handmade. The oil and tinctures handmade, and the gummies are handmade. I've always been a fan of CBD and have always looked for the most high potency CBD and could never find it because it would cost an arm and a leg. Yeah. And so I was on a quest to kind of do it myself. But before all that began, it got it was not like this. Life was not like this. Yeah. So I'm just very thankful to be in this place now with PharmaStop and just being able to help just not only myself, but all different types of people and how it's brought us all together.
Hell yeah. Super, super dope. And not to make this an only thing, but like being a woman in this space and doing this shit the way you've done it, dude. I'm super impressed not only with the stuff that you're doing, but like your quality beats most of the dudes that I know. So like, I mean,
thank you so much.
So misconceptions.
Yeah, I look up to a lot of the guys in the industry, believe it or not, and they would never know it. I really look up to their workmanship, how they work, and how their work ethic, and what they do, and how they grow, and the different things that they do. So I look and I watch a lot of people online, believe it or not. They wouldn't think I do, but I'm learning from each and every one of them. And I just wanted to bring something cheap, affordable, but wholesome and good that had the quality that people needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't matter most of those people out here in this cannabis industry, whether it's male or female, because I see a lot of great people doing a lot of dope things. So let's go ahead and
I like how you brought that up because it's collaborative. I think we can all learn something as we navigate the waters on our own. Because with everything that we can try to incorporate our own ideas and we can try to mimic, but everybody has their own perception and what helps for them and what they want to do and help to benefit other people.
Yep, we just got playing a character.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. All right, so we're go ahead and go into our first segment, which is Cannabis Journey, and we'll take a walk through the. We're smoking weed in here, doctor. What are we doing in here?
Hate it.
Oh, what we been doing? Getting money. All right. Sorry, I was listening to E40 on the way in. I'm not getting money. Well, maybe. So Cannabis Journey is all about how you found cannabis yourself, and where you're at with it now. Like I always tell people, myself definitely with the brick weed and the seeds and stems and
for sure. So with my cannabis journey, I grew up in the South, so cannabis was definitely not Yeah, not that south.
I know.
I'm not actually a Roll Tide fan, so that's
No,
why you are Roll.
I'm an Alabama fan.
Okay, so I'm your rivalry.
I remembered.
Like, is that how that works?
Yeah. She little boozy Ellis.
Anyway, so I grew up in like really a Christian-based home, so my family is completely against cannabis and not really open and receptive to it. My parents were addicts before they got saved or whatever and converted their lives. So cannabis was never involved in my household. It was kind of forbidden. The devil's lettuce for sure.
Yeah.
I can relate.
I've been there. Excuse me.
But I was a drug addict based pretty much my whole life. I didn't really realize it until recently. A lot of things happened in my life where I was abused and I turned to pills at a young age. I turned to self-harming. I was just in a lifestyle where I could not express myself and be authentic with myself or the people around me based on what I was going through. So I kept a lot of that trauma in. And throughout my life, I was working for a company and I had a really good career. My career was taking off, but I was getting sick at the same time. So I sought medical doctors' help, and they had prescribed medications that pretty much caused abuse in my life. I was addicted to these medications. I was taking them not as prescribed, and they were prescribing me large amounts of medications that people shouldn't be on. And I was really young at that time, and it really took my life to a different phase where I was not living at all. I had got held up at gunpoint at my job, and that kind of woke me up. It was like, hey, like, what are you going to do with your life? Like, what do you want to do? And I was still in that addictive mindset where I didn't really want to thrive or have potential of seeing a way out of the situation.
Yeah.
So I had OD'd and I had got brought back, and I was not happy about being brought back. I was not really wanting to live life, and I'm so glad I'm here because
we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chills. I have chills.
Because I can relate to a lot of people's story, and they don't see that online. They just see like all the good things, but with the good things, a lot of things come with that. So you have to sacrifice a lot for getting to where we're at now. So after I OD'd and stuff, I started working out and getting with a community of other people that were involved in health and wellness. And so I got my physical therapy license and started working in that field. And that's kind of how I branched cannabis and wellness together. I was working out a set with a group of hardcore people, and we were doing sets of 300, and we were doing 300 lunges, and I was with an older lady and her daughter, and I was crying because I couldn't keep up with them. And
I probably couldn't do 30 right now.
I was like, oh my God, crying like a big baby. And they had gave me a weed pen after we had done a set. And it was like the first time I ever felt the lights come back on in my life. Like,
hell
that's
yeah.
like that relief. Like everything was just bright again. And it was like, man, let's do this 300 set again. And it just like gave me my life back.
Hell
like
yeah.
just a breath of fresh air. And that was it. Like I would give it, I was like, that was it. It was like, I decided like, I don't want to live this lifestyle with these pills. I was still tapering with that.
Yeah.
And that was from like 2017 to 2018. In 2018, I had went out with a group of friends for New Year's Eve, and we had got drunk. And it was the last time I got drunk because I could not get up the next day. And I was supposed to go to an appointment, and I don't miss appointments. I'm very strict with my time and use my time wisely. So that was like, I'm done with the alcohol. Like, I don't want it anymore. I don't want it in my life. I just want weed, because cannabis just made me happy.
Yeah, it doesn't fuck up your schedule.
No, like I can
Unless you let
live
it.
life. It's
Unless
better.
you let it.
Like,
well, I mean,
it gave me my life back. Like, I would wanted to get up at 6:30 to see the sunrise. Like, smoking a joint or hitting a bong at that time and watching the sunrise is dope.
yeah,
Like, it's amazing.
Turned on a new perspective.
Yeah. And so it just became a lifestyle and a ritual and a routine. And I said, I'm giving up this stuff and I'm using this instead, because this is what makes me happy.
yeah.
I'm finally back.
Right.
And it gave me, like, after all the damage of abusing alcohol, abusing pills, abusing food, being abusive to my body, it regenerated my body. So
yeah.
I wanted to share that when I came into the industry, was my love for what it did for me and how it saved me. And I just I'm so passionate about it. It saved my life. And I just wanted, if I could see other people's lives saved through a plant, like, why wouldn't I want to share that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's exactly.
It's a powerful story. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. Dope. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do here. Like, I can relate a lot to all that stuff. And it's not easy. But yeah, cannabis like reintroduced myself to myself and be like, hey, you're great. And, and you are a great star. You're thank you.
Yeah,
We're
a fantastic person.
Super happy that you're still here.
Of course. That's
it's not easy.
No, it's not
easy.
It's not easy to be your authentic self, to share your story, but there's people out there that need this story. They need to hear, like, hey, I've been there. I know what it's like to be a self-harmer. I know what it's like to not love myself. I know what it's like to be down, but I know what it's like to come up too.
Hell yeah.
I know what it's like to be homeless, not live in your car and not have nothing, and you would do anything to get out of that situation. So if anybody's in that situation where they don't feel like they can fight the fight, that's what we're here for. Because you can keep going. There's a reason why you're here. And there's a reason why you're put on this earth. After I got sober, I had like a vision and I felt a purpose for my life, and that's how PharmaStop bloomed. PharmaStop bloomed during COVID, when everything was shut down. I was working and bartending at the time, trying to get out of my homelessness, and I had moved across country from Florida to California, and I started PharmaStop in a garage, living in someone's garage. And it just blossomed and got out of that situation, and then was able to, we're here 4 years later, almost 5 years with PharmaStop, and now it's just adding more more products and seeing what I could do to help others with their needs, like with their pets. I love animals. People always are wanting to include their pets. So I want to add like a pet line, and there's other things that I want to add because I feel like there's a place for CBD for everybody.
If we could figure out a way to cross CBD and catnip.
Yeah.
And my cat,
I may decide to own a cat.
She loves that. Well,
okay.
I already have a cat.
That's cool.
Her name's Daenerys Targaryen Miller. She's the queen of dragons.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't that off of
that's Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones starts tonight, actually.
Oh,
the House of Dragons.
House of Dragons.
I'll set my VCR.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, old man joke.
Just thought you had a senile moment. I was just letting you live it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, Alzheimer's a real thing.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's why I do shrooms. And thank you, but thank you very much for sharing that stuff. And if you guys will be seeing a lot more of PharmaStop and all these different things here because they are now a sponsor of the show. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate what you do. So we're glad that we get to partnership with the community and bring it to the community.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what we're just trying to get all the like-minded people together and help promote each other and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, and the colors. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I really didn't know I got my
Yeah.
nails done for the occasion.
know, I love
Oh,
it. It
snap. I didn't
matches.
even notice.
That green. It's
I love
everything.
green.
Yes.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and jump into the next segment, which is Trip Tales. All right. So Trip Tales is all about psychedelics, psychedelic experience, news and stuff. There's some stuff, some news to go over, but do you have any experiences with any psychedelics, or like I even tell people, heavy dose edibles are riding the same rails as some of the psychedelics. Believe me, I put myself in that spot a couple times. Where I'm
Lowers your state of
oh
conscious.
my god,
Yeah.
I'm too high. But do you have anything that
Oh
you?
yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. So after overdosing and stuff, I had a really bad stutter.
Okay.
So I had sought psychedelic therapy. So AZ, they don't allow it here in AZ and stuff. So I had went to Colorado where you can access psychedelic therapies. And
Real quick, they're
Yeah.
starting to do. There's ketamine therapy places popping up all over the place.
that's what I was watching that on the podcast.
I think there was one in Tempe when I was doing deliveries one day. I stopped by one. It was literally by a gas station. I don't remember where it was at, but sorry.
That's okay.
So, but they're slowly getting here. But
Progressive.
so you went to Colorado?
Yeah, so I absolutely love psychedelics. I love acid as well.
Oh, so
It had I was stuttering really bad after that OD, so I was not social at all. It reconnected my brain. I'm able to speak better. If you look at like my writing from back then to now, like my writing has just improved my vocabulary as well. It's helped me, and so I believe that it should be available for veterans and for others to have access to, because I know what it's done for me and how it's helped me relax and be my authentic self, and help me not want to get back into the drugs. How that I don't have those cravings. I don't have those PTSD issues that I used to have, where I would have nightmares and night terrors and night sweats and things of those nature. It like rehabilitated a lot of the damage that was done. So I think it should be available for everybody, and they have done research on it. And there's research on it that has proven that it's helped rehabilitate a lot of people's brains. So I think that they need to make it available.
yeah, I'm definitely proof of that. But Betty sent me a link recently that they've now okayed medical marijuana and to prescribe that. Was it prescribe it? I believe medical marijuana and psychedelics to veterans now.
That's awesome.
And I've been talking to a few people about that. Is that once we get done with that, or they run us through the whatever,
Research.
we're the guinea pigs.
Yeah, for sure.
So if it works for us, then it's coming for you guys right afterwards. It's gonna work for us because the things that the VA tries to do just doesn't work. They're trying to do math with human experience, and you can't
Right.
do that.
And there's nothing that I think in modern medicine that you can actually manipulate it to build the passageways that it's been proven that the psychedelics reconnect within like neurons in the brain and actual synapses. So I feel like this is something that is explorative, but it's something that needs navigation, and also people who are just open to the experience in general and ready to make that transition into that mindset, which is something that it doesn't mask it. It changes it. It's real change. And the person has to be ready for that, which is so different than medicine. Medication, you're just like, give it to me, fix me, and this is more like, okay, we're working on fixing yourself. And that takes both, something medicinal and also a conscious choice to really be ready for.
Absolutely. Yeah. That goes all the way back to the Terrence McKenna set and setting, all intention, all that stuff with all these kinds of things.
And I think with the veteran, cost of it, like they've cost the costs that they've made, in order to try to improve their own lives is something we should pay more attention to.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And Star, to your point, if you guys want to see like the progression in someone's brain, because my PTS spotted brain, go scroll down and look at our stuff and look at the editing on the clips, and then look up, then come back up. Mm-hmm. And you can see the progression. That's just me learning. And throughout all this, I trip at least like once a week.
That's awesome.
And absolutely, I'm glad you said that, because that's a big thing that happened for me, is like it's rebuilding neural pathways, but it's making me smarter, not just as good as I was, but better. Yeah,
absolutely.
And I want to try. I keep talking about it, but I need to try the Paul Stamets.
I love Paul.
Yes,
he's awesome.
Paul Stamets stack, the microdosing with the lion's mane and the niacin.
Yes, it will open up and it regenerate a lot.
You guys aren't ready if my brain is not working that well.
I learned with
I don't think you're ready, man.
I'm scared.
It'll be good though.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
I've heard niacin's so great, but you can't take it if you have liver issues.
So niacin in the Army, right before we would have a piss test, we would take a bunch of that. We would basically overdose on that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this. Don't.
I didn't happen to stumble on it for that reason or anything.
No, we would take that, and it's a flush.
Yeah.
So we would take that, and it starts burning, and you try to drink water, and it's burning. Yeah. At one time, and then you're like, red as just don't do any of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know if it really worked either. We're really just dumb.
Well, you were trying to get through what you were trying to get through, so whatever it took, I guess.
I really think it was just all the water that we drank that diluted everything down. In the meantime, we're just like burning up inside and scratching. So that's bad. Don't do that. But yeah, back to the good stuff. I would definitely like to try that stack. I mean, I need to look into that.
Definitely. Shout out Paul.
Shout out Paul. Get on the podcast.
For sure.
Yeah, right.
Little plug.
Yeah. We'll see. And recently I just tripped this week. But and here's another thing that you're like, that we have to have more studies and stuff like that. You have to find your strains.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because even some of the stuff that I've had allegedly, this is all satire, recently had me kind of like peaking way too hard. And I'm just like trying to enjoy myself, and then I'm just sitting there on the couch, kind of doubled over, like, this is great. Like,
I'm learning.
I'm getting through. It's gonna calm down soon. But then just power through that. But, always remember this, folks. It's just a drug. It'll wear off. Find something that'll ground you, and then just wait till it wear off. Just weather the storm. You'll be all right.
I'm a fan of lemon tech.
Yes.
It helps like settle the gut and settle the stomach. And if you have any issues or like throwing up issues with eating psychedelics, lemon tech is the way to go.
Absolutely.
Or
Interesting.
Pineapple juice or something.
I like, lemon tech. And then you throw that, you can do that in a tea and then add some ginger.
Ooh,
and that'll help your stomach right there with some honey and stuff. And because you don't want any artificial sugars. At least that was screamed at me in Amsterdam one time. I don't know if it's really true, but she scared the shit out of me. So,
stuck with you ever since.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm eating curry and stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm trying to be holistic with everything I do when I trip. But yeah, definitely. So, anything else? Awesome. Stuttering and rambling.
You're okay.
All right. And, well, actually, we'll go ahead and jump into the break real quick, and then we'll come back with the big part, the mental health is wealth.
Great.
No talk. All you do is talk and acting. I'm the Miller. I'll be Mac.
The headphones on.
my place. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. We go there. And mental health as well. I think I'm sorry. No, we're like the weed's good, folks. I'm having a good time. Thank you very much.
Of course.
That dark rainbow is fire. Shout out Pride Month. Speaking of rainbow, shout out all that.
All the colors,
all the letters. However you identify, thumbs up. And so the mental health as well is all kind of like how the cannabis and psychedelics and all the things, how it all relates to your mental health and stuff. You've kind of tapped into that. But also what I like to ask people is, do you have any coping mechanisms that you've learned along your way? Because I just like to share that stuff so we can give people some more tools to help them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think every cannabis user is a student of life. So you utilize cannabis in a way. For me, I use it medicinally because I have a couple issues going on. I have celiac, and then I have allergies, and I have anaphylaxis, and I have a list of whole different things. And I just recently got a blood transfusion, so I utilize cannabis as a medicine, and I have to have it. I need it. Like it helps me so much. It helps me from my joint pain to I have bleeding issues. I have a lot of things that go on that people wouldn't notice, but cannabis kind of lowers all those symptoms. I absolutely love hash and dabs. Melt is my favorite because a little goes a long way. So utilizing that, once I had that in my life, it was just like, oh my God, the relief that I got. I didn't have to smoke the bong 12 times before I left the house, just so that I could get high. I've smoked from the beginning, from Coke cans all the way now. I like my rigs. I like to smoke my dabs out of the rigs. I just feel like you get a really nice uplifting and a pure taste of your terps every single time. So that's kind of like my favorite way of doing it. And that's how I've been doing that since I think like 2020. 2020, when I went to California and I seen the California scene of cannabis and all these different glass pieces and how they utilize them for their cells, and the terp slurpers. I love a terp slurper, but I don't like to clean those, so I always go to my bucket. That's the way I like.
Always the go-to.
Yeah, the bucket is the go-to. I'm not worried about it being chassed or anything. I'm a daily smoker, and I'm gonna smoke probably like all day, every day, as many times as I can. If I have a busy day, I try to like utilize hash or rosin in the morning. I can go about 7 to 8 hours without having to keep smoking that way. If I use flower, it's going to wear off in like an hour or two, and then I'm going to have to smoke again. So
that's a good point. Yeah.
I try to I utilize PharmaStop every day. So I eat gummies at night. I eat gummies during the day. I make tea in the morning. I like pineapple juice and tea. So I put the tincture in my tea. I put the balm on every day on my face and on my body. It just makes me feel better and feel good. Especially with my allergies and stuff. I feel like it blocks me from all the things that
I was excited because I'm starting to get dry. I don't know,
like dry skin.
Yeah, some dry spots. I'm like, is this what like people with skin like? Because I've always had a real like oily like skin or whatever, but now as I'm getting older,
things happen. Your body compounds change. Like sometimes you get breakout, or you have psoriasis or dry skin. So I wanted to make stuff that was organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy free. I have so many allergies, so I figured a lot of other people had allergies as well. So I wanted to cater to a variety of people, and I wanted
Oh yeah, and
the
soy free.
military. I
Mhm.
wanted a PharmaStop is mainly I wanted it catered to people in the military because it is 100% THC free. I wanted them to have something as well because it is a great medicine to have. CBD is awesome to be able to connect your cannabinoids again.
And especially
Mhm.
people who just dab all the time, like this is a good supplement to add to your regimen because
Absolutely.
you're not getting this. You're getting THC all day,
Yeah.
and I've had some of my buddies like full spectrum. I'm like, do you know what hash is?
Yes, correct.
Like you're like,
Do you know what tier you're at there?
yeah. What are you talking about? You're not getting close. You're not getting the CBD and stuff
Right.
that you need. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, full spec. I'm a full spec girl all the way, so I'm not afraid of smoking any dabs of hash that's full spec at all. It's really good for you.
No, I'm just saying like most of the stuff that they get is not full spectrum. So I'm like, just stop. You can add CBD to your
Absolutely.
life.
I think everybody should.
I think a lot of like the big like the more heady people are like, I get it from whatever. Like just you could have a little bit more and stuff in your life. I think you guys would some of you would
Chill out a little bit.
chill out and maybe help your bodies fight some of the fight that's going on with some of the
Absolutely.
food we eat.
The food, the inflammation.
Shoot, recently on TikTok, I put on a video of apple that I cut and set out for two days, and it
Deteriorate.
didn't brown.
Yeah.
It like sealed itself off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, the food.
Mental health too comes a lot from the gut. Like,
Yeah, that's what
Correct.
I'm
it starts
saying.
in the
Yeah.
gut. It starts the diet.
It
The
absolutely.
mental clarity that comes along with making your diet more clean is surprising.
Yeah, and if your body isn't fighting all those problems, if you get sick or something, then it can actually do something.
Yeah.
And we're not treating symptoms anymore. We're doing preventative maintenance
Right.
on our
Correct.
bodies.
That's why I like how you were thoughtful about your ingredients and just the way, it's
Yeah.
processed and
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand a holistic approach to after damaging yourself, what you need to do to replenish it. You gotta eat good, you gotta sleep good, you gotta exercise. It's a whole your body will not function the way you need it to if you don't take care of yourself like a temple. Like you have to like we love celebrities and we love all these things in life or we look to all these idols, but are we taking care of ourselves the same way, you know? Like you have to think of yourself like a plant. You are what you eat, you are what you put in, you are what you smoke. I know when I was smoking cannabis from the dispo, it wasn't good for me. It was making me more sick. I was having issues with my lungs, and it kind of I had to get off of it and do my own thing because I needed to fix my body and the damage that it was doing.
Yeah, because it's rough because there's a lot of dispos like, and you'll hear it come out real quick that somebody had some like moldy stuff, but then I believe this is what I believe. This is all, hearsay from me, but I believe those companies hurry up and pay somebody off, and then that hurry up and goes away, or there's a story that comes out and goes, "Oh, we were wrong about that test." But and there's tricks to the trade too. I'm sure that there's things that they like send in a test sample, and then by the time we get it from a dispo or something, that there's mold and stuff. Because I've had that too, where I've been smoking a lot of stuff. I'm like, why am I like?
Yeah.
I'm not like
not doing anything different.
What's like just so confused.
Yeah.
But I've been, the way the world is, you get so busy with all the other anxiety and stress.
For sure. I think and one of the things for me with cannabis and holistic and wellness is like that I like knowing what goes into everything. I know what I want to know what I'm smoking, I want to know how you fed the plant, what you put in it. I just want to know. I'm just that nosy person because
why can't we know? Why you gotta hide it?
Yeah, why you gotta hide it? It's just a plant. Like it's very simple.
Yeah.
But I think the community and the industry has made it so complex, and I want my brand
It's
and
a business thing.
yeah,
now. It's a commodity.
I want everything that I do and everybody who's around me to just see that it's 100 and transparent and real legit. So we are what we are, and we just love what we do because we get to help people get off. I have one customer who has epilepsy, and she's been off of her epilepsy medication since 2000. Like, she's been rocking with us since the beginning. So for a mom of two to not have seizures anymore and to go live her life, and she brings her kids to jujitsu. She does jujitsu again. Like, she's able to live her life. So it's not only helped me, it's helped other people. So that's why I do what I do. I get to hear their stories and see how it impacted them and their families. And I have another family member who has Parkinson's. And so I just sent her CBD, and they were kind of afraid of taking it because anti cannabis, but the balm has changed her life where she's like, oh my God, like I can walk again. And that's huge because she was like having someone push her to walk, which
That's
is
amazing.
Yeah, it's just
hell yeah.
incredible to see people's lives change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's Charlotte's Web, right? I believe the strain that fixed the little girl.
Yeah.
And
The
her
little girl,
epilepsy,
Charlotte,
and it was CBD.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's when when I was in Missouri, knowing I needed to get back to Arizona, that's when I was doing research on that stuff, and I was like, and I wish, because I have a sister with a special needs mitochondria disorder, and at one time I was really I was trying to push that for my parents, but it's they're in Missouri, and they get funding. And if any like THC or anything comes up,
Say they just recently legalized medicinal, or
yeah, but this is like when you get like government funding,
it's just nothing.
If she comes up on something, they could pull all funding from her, and that would be devastating.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
a lot of things need to change. But
what's the social reform?
And
that's what they put in the fine print.
And they're just my parents. Yeah,
no social reform.
My parents were just saying that they would, if what she was on wasn't working or helping, then they would try something else. But I'm like, I feel like this could help so much better, but who am I? But there are definitely plenty of people that we can help and stuff like that. And I definitely I love how you talk about this, and there's plenty of veterans that listen and watch. So if you're a veteran and you want some of this stuff, tap in. We'll figure it out. We're gonna have like codes and stuff and everything, and it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I can't wait to see whose lives we get to change and how we get to benefit other people. So I'm super stoked to be part of.
And we'll go ahead and jump into the promo part, and we can kind of talk about that, because just like in our stuff, if you get merch from us, we want you to take a picture or something like that, and we're going to share you. And we want to hear your story, especially if you do this stuff.
Absolutely.
We'll have way more to come on that. Let's go ahead and jump into the last segment, which is Plug Talk.
Let's go.
Sorry,
gets you every time.
Yeah, no, everyone gets a kick out of me. I really enjoy my little segment videos. I don't know why I coughed. Maybe the dispo weed. So Plug Talk is all about promo. Plug whatever you want to, talk about whatever you want to. Obviously, PharmaStop.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I want to eat one of these.
Yeah,
right now,
so
we can...
PharmaStop CBD is available at www.pharmastopus.com. You can get it delivered to your door. I have, we have tinctures in 1,000 and 2,000 milligrams available, so you can play with what works for you. If you're a heavy hitter and you want to go hard and go home, I say go for the 2,000. And then the 2,000 balm is awesome. Like, all of my athletes really love it. There's a lot of athletes that use it from jiu-jitsu. We have a couple gun shooters who use it. that really like it.
Was that
Oh, wow.
Tactical Wook?
Yeah, Tactical Wook. He is one of our. We sponsor him, and he's one of our athletes that we have been with for about 2 years. So he brings in a lot of shooters. So it's really cool to see the shooting community because that's kind of Arizona thing.
Oh, definitely.
I always have someone that I'm watching their story. They're out shooting, or I don't know what the heck someone was just saying, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they go out and do that. And then we make the gummies. I absolutely like. I love candy, and with having allergies, and
I was just gonna try one, and I just ate 3.
yeah, I know they're so
good.
addicting. They're so good.
I'm like, I gotta have more.
Yeah, I love. You have the blue raspberry. There's green apple, and then I have another. I haven't just posted it yet, but I have another brand. It's like pink Starburst. I figured out how to make a pink Starburst replica.
Nice.
So I want to make some other things as well. So
if you ever want to
collab
or just want, I know how to make different ones because people have asked me to make stuff like Coca-Cola. Like people don't even know that Coca-Cola is a citrus soda.
Correct.
Yeah.
Citric acid.
Yeah, because that's why it's so good with food and stuff, with all that fatty food, because you have acid with it. That's what you're drinking. People don't even know. But yeah.
Okay,
I'm like, we've seen the battery videos of just pouring over it.
I had to make like what was it, Dr. Pepper ones.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love some candy. I like snack. I'm a foodie, believe it or not. I may not look like it, but I love some food. So anytime I can add something cannabis or CBD to my food, I'm doing that. I'm definitely doing that. I like those effects. I like to be able to sleep well. And so having cannabis and CBD in my life has allowed me to sleep. I know other people who have PTSD probably don't sleep.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, I used to never sleep ever. It would be maybe 30 minutes and the sun would have to come up and I would finally be able to rest once it was 10 o'clock during the day and I would only be able to sleep for 30 minutes. Now I can go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock like a normal human being and wake up at 6 o'clock. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So
and sleeping's your superpower. That's how we heal.
Yes, absolutely. So with that being said, we had gave the Healing Chefs a 30% off to all your viewers with your code, the Healing Chefs. We want to make sure that the veterans get the care that they need at a price that they deserve. So we're really thankful for all the men and women who have served our community and our country and gave their lives and sacrifice. And this is the least that our brand can do for you. So we thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. And we appreciate you. And if you're a veteran, tap in and stuff like that. We'll get it going for you. I mean, you can do it yourself, like she said. But we're going to have commercials and stuff. And like I said, please, if you get this stuff, maybe you don't have to journal.
No, you don't have to journal
But
at
if
all.
you could just tell us a little bit about how it helped you or so on and so forth, that would be great. And we'll share your story on the podcast. And people will get to hear your story too, so that'll be dope to share people's because I just want to build more community and stuff.
That's what it's about.
Oh yeah, and this stuff's good too, but that's better. That's a little weird, but I definitely want to eat more of those. You got me like. I had to take a drink of this because I'm
excited for the balm. I love using the balm on my feet after a hot bath, long day. Even just something like that, is so good. And on your hands, inflammation, anything.
I'm not a lotion girl, so I had to make my own thing, and this is my thing that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
I have lotion. I don't ever use it, but balms and stuff, especially the dry parts where I'm lifting weights and stuff, I put that stuff. I definitely need that.
The calluses and stuff.
Yeah. Definitely. That helps out. Dope. So for us, we have RJ Shroomery on next. Oh, I wanted to ask you. Usually on Mondays or Tuesdays, we do a live premiere with the guest in the chat.
Okay.
Is that something that you can do?
You need me to come down?
No, it's just you.
Virtual. So you
It's
just
virtual.
join.
It's
Yeah,
on
we
the
could do that.
YouTube.
Mhm.
You just jump in the live chat and we just smoke along, talk along.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
it's just a chat. We're all in at the same time.
Perfect. We can
Heck
do
yeah.
that.
You
That
want
works.
Monday, 5 p.m. work, 6 p.m.
Can we do Tuesday?
Tuesday,
Yeah.
5 p.m., 6 p.m.
Let's do 5 p.m.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tuesday
Definitely.
works. I also am a caregiver, so I have to give someone an infusion tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
nice.
work with I'm a full-time caregiver. So
Okay. Hell yeah.
I'm always busy.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
So many
Yeah,
layers of
trades.
greatness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Uh,
So, all right, let's go over. Let's see. Definitely. The PharmaStop, Pill Stoppers would definitely get stuff going there. Thank you very much, Star, for coming.
A pleasure.
Yeah,
We
thank
will
you so much.
have like a bunch more to do with you in the future. I want to share some of the flavors and stuff with you. I want to give out some of my stuff, my ideas and stuff for free, because it's all about helping people out
Correct.
and fun
Absolutely.
shit. Collaboration is better than competition. Or
Correct.
something.
We're not in competition.
Nah, hell
If
no.
you're in competition with each other, you're never going to succeed.
No, I ain't got time for that
Yeah.
anymore.
It's-
I
There'll
ain't
be
got
no
no
growth in this area
Yeah.
whatsoever.
I've oddly grown out of that shit.
Yeah.
no
Not
No
worried
time
about
for
it.
no time. All right. So shout out to you. Thank you very much
Thank you for having
coming.
me. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
you guys so
you.
much.
All right. Thank you, Betty. Thank you,
Thank
Damon.
you,
Thank you,
Ryan.
Habari. Thank you, Ryan. Hey. Happy Father's Day to all those
Happy
fathers
Father's
out there.
Day.
Happy Daddy's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the mothers that are fathers out there too. Shout out Pill Stoppers. I forgot the name.
PharmaStop.
PharmaStop. I was just Jiminy Christmas.
It's okay.
It's the weed and the PTSD. Shout out Pot Buddha Boominati. If you drink the juice, don't drive or be a good driver. That's an inside joke in the industry. So sorry. Don't drink a lot of weed stuff and drive, people. This is jokes. Anyway, Hades Cannabis. I about shouted them out.
Apothecary. I've been practicing that word.
Apothecary, Arise, High Grade coming up soon. Pheno Rich, the Gilbert Grower, Trippy Terpenes, Mexican Nightmare, all you guys, sorry. Earth Rhythm, all them, Santa Cruz Boys, The Buck, Young Buck, Growing Passion, all them. Sorry, guys. There's so many of you. I love you all. Thank you guys for watching. Tap in, smoke up, trip out. We love you. Bye.